It's finally happening. The biggest feature that YouTube streamers have been asking for, gifted memberships, are finally here in beta for some channels. But I am one of the lucky few who had it activated on their channel, and we did a test stream to try it out last night. We learned a handful of things, and now I'm gonna share those things with you via a video on the internet. The internet's amazing. And by the way, if you're wondering why my voice sounds like this, it's because it's almost 7 a.m. and I've been working since 10 a.m. yesterday. This is the third YouTube video I've filmed today, and we recorded 2 singles in the recording studio with Fuslie. So by the way, if you're not yet subscribed to this channel already, please do so, because we've got some really awesome content coming out in the next couple weeks. Oh, and also hit the like button while you're down there, because it's free and helps out the channel, and I don't know, because my 6-month-old daughter threw up on Fuslie earlier. I don't know, did that work? Anyway, gifted members. I tested them. I have some thoughts. Some of them surprised me. They may surprise you. Let's go over them. So look, I will be spending a good chunk of time on this video talking about the differences between YouTube's gifted memberships and Twitch's gifted subs. And there are a handful of differences, and most of those differences are things missing from YouTube's gifted memberships. But before this video starts to sound like a complaining video, it needs to be said that any of the missing features on YouTube's gifted memberships is heavily outweighed by the fact that we have gifted members. I did a 1-hour, 60-minute stream at 3 a.m. and I got 100 new members. And I'm not talking about like reoccurring, like 3 months, 4 months. I'm talking about 100 brand new, never before joined memberships. Like, I'm not a massive YouTube streamer right now. It's on my personal channel. I haven't put a lot of time and effort into that. I usually get like 5 to 10 new members. So like, we'll see how that number fluctuates moving forward, but like, it's a big deal. So like, all things that I'm about to say aside, this is a massive W for YouTube Live. Like, I think this feature is the release that finally makes YouTube a viable streaming platform. But in this video, as we talk about the differences between YouTube's gifted memberships and Twitch's gifted subs, and why YouTube is missing features, there's a question that we're gonna be asking over and over again, which is, what is the reason that these features are missing? Which of these 3 reasons is it? Reason number 1, is it just because Twitch is better at this than YouTube? Is it reason number 2, that this is still a beta and these features will roll out eventually as they finish developing it? Or is it number 3, that YouTube is trying not to be like Twitch and intentionally overdevelop their monetization features, right? Because that's like a big frustration with Twitch right now, is that Twitch needs certain features, but instead, all they end up doing is beefing up their monetization features and doing everything they can to take money from the streamers and the viewers. Does YouTube not want to be that? So here's how gifted members works. In the bottom of the chat window, there is a money symbol. And when you click on that, you'll find things like super chats, super stickers, memberships. If you are already a member to this channel, there will be another option for gifted memberships. From there, you can choose to gift 5, 10, or 20 memberships to random people in the chat. And now this is the first place where we start to see the YouTube Live effect on this feature. In order to receive one of these gifted memberships, you'll see a pop-up window that says allow gift. You have to click that button and then go to another pop-up where you turn on a switch that actually allows you to receive any of these gifts. YouTube Live has started this weird tendency to add a ton of unnecessary steps to almost every feature they release. And I'm pretty sure you actually have to enable gifts on every channel you want to get gifts on. Like, I genuinely can't think of a good reason why someone wouldn't want to receive a gifted membership. And this just seems like an unnecessary hurdle that's gonna stop people from getting it. I've got a list here of all the main differences between gifted memberships and gifted subs for people who are familiar with Twitch's gifted subs. All right, ready? Gifting memberships is currently only available on desktop, although they have announced that it will come to mobile soon. By the way, mobile users can receive gifts just fine. You just can't give them unless you're on desktop. You need to be a member of a channel before you can gift other people memberships to that channel. You don't need to do that on Twitch. You can't gift members on a channel that isn't live. That little money symbol in the chat just disappears. The only options are gifting 5, 10, or 20 gifted memberships at once. That's all you got. You can't choose which tier of membership you want to gift. It automatically grabs the $5 membership or whatever tier you have that is right below $5. And you can't gift a membership to a specific person. In fact, you can't even gift one member at a time. It's only 5, 10, or 20 at a time. So you can see that the functionality of gifted memberships is fairly limited compared to Twitch's gifted subs. I really hope that most of these features are just because it's in beta and they'll get developed at some point, but some of these are kind of a big deal. Like first, it feels like YouTube is adding a handful of unnecessary hurdles before someone can actually gift memberships, like having to be a member yourself first. Now, I don't understand why someone would want to gift members to a channel that they're not a member of themselves. Like just give yourself a membership first and then gift. But I also don't see any reason to lock someone away from doing that. Also, not being able to gift a membership to a specific person is kind of a bummer. Like one of my favorite things about Twitch chat is being able to jump into a friend's stream and then someone gifts you a sub to that stream. That happened yesterday on Foosley's stream. But there is one pretty massive positive that sets YouTube above Twitch, and that's just the general fact that every single membership, every single YouTube partner automatically gets a 70-30 split. So like I mentioned earlier, I got 100 new memberships, about 100 new gifted members during this one stream, and they're all $5, meaning that because I have a 70-30 split, I earned an extra $100 than I would if it was a 50-50 split on one stream. Like that's a big deal. Like that's gonna add up over the course of months and years. YouTube has been on a roll this month. Like last week they released Rage, or they call it live redirects. I like to call it a push. This week they added gifted memberships, but both of these features are benefiting the streamer. I'm really hoping that the next features they roll out, which clearly they're rolling out a ton right now, I really hope the next feature they roll out is gonna be more for enhancing the viewer experience and not just the streamer. Like, I hope it's either fixing a better chat experience, or maybe updating their moderation tools, maybe a better and more easily accessible directory for browsing streams if you wanna watch a certain game. But the inevitable question I'm gonna get 100 times in the comments on this video is, should I switch from Twitch to YouTube now? And here's what I have to say to that. First of all, if you're starting brand new, fresh, yes, start on YouTube. I think at the end of this war, YouTube's gonna win. No reason to build up one platform, then have to start over and build another platform. But to all of the streamers who are currently streaming on Twitch, especially those who are affiliates, have a little bit of a community, maybe have a couple subs, or making a little bit of money. Like the best thing about YouTube is that you don't have to start streaming on the platform right away. Like keep streaming on Twitch, make some extra sub money, maybe save some of that up a little bit, and start making YouTube videos and shorts and start building an audience over here on YouTube, so that when it is time to switch, you're not starting from scratch. You already have an audience. When people moved from Mixer to Twitch, they had this platform die and they had to start from scratch over here. You don't have to do that on YouTube. Start building an audience. Start making YouTube content. Prepare yourself for the day when maybe you do have to move. And by the way, if you missed my recent video on Twitch's new raid or live redirect feature, I'm gonna link to it right over here. And as always, happy streaming.